question everything, including my streaming software. Trust nothing except your boy Keeper. Are you guys here? I don't know. It's still there. There's just crazy things going on here. Okay. I swear, sometimes YouTube, I'm telling you what, YouTube's bullying me. I'm going to be very 2024 with this. I'm getting bullied by YouTube. They just don't want me to tell the people what they need to hear. All right, Patriot Caveman, I love you, bro. He said, here we go. We see you, brother. There we go. Dude, I did nothing different. Now I have 2 freaking streams on YouTube going simultaneously with the same thumbnail, same information, but I'm about to go back in, change some of the details on one of them, erase the other one. All right, so welcome. Here we go. Let's try this again. So hopefully everybody is doing well. It's a Thursday, and started off a little rocky there, but we're going to give this a go again. Crypto markets are not looking so hot, except for one certain thing that I'm sure many of you might even know what it is. I'm going to talk about today. There's some things happening in the TON ecosystem, which I'm excited about. We're going to talk about technology in the crypto space and what's happening and where technology is staying and where it's moving, right? We're going to get into that. What else I got on the plate today? Hold on a second. I got some more than that. We're going to talk about GameStop, obviously. I'm sure you saw that on the thumbnail. And we're going to talk about banks. I love talking about banks. I like telling people the reality of how criminal the banking institutions are. They literally just try to push people around, take advantage of them. And then the moment that they're put in, the moment the rabbit has the gun, they don't like that scenario. So we're going to talk about all that and more. Patriot Caveman, dude, I already had this conversation, but I'll have it again. Patriot Caveman said, I aped into Aether yesterday. All right, so that's not a project that I'm familiar with, but the idea of aping, a lot of people they hear ape and don't fully understand. I've heard people ask before, like, what does it mean to ape? Effectively, it's like monkey see, monkey do. You're just jumping in, right? You get that information and you dive in with a bag, right? When people ape in, it's basically saying, hey, I'm irresponsibly jumping into a project with some money. Let me be clear. Aping in, although it can be irresponsible, at the same time, if you have a bag set aside that you're prepared to lose and you want to ape in, let's just say $1,000 into 5 different projects that you don't really know much about, but your buddies told you about it and you feel like you've got, a little bit of information, whatever, I aped in. Basically didn't take a whole bunch of information and, just put some money into it. Obviously, if you're willing to lose that money, fine. Aping in can work well, and I'll tell you why it can work well, because it means that you're trying to jump in and get in there fast, right? Normally, when people ape in, it's on a new project, or at least that's how things, that's the discussions that we have in the Telegram chats, right? When people say, I aped in, a contract address will get thrown in. Hey, I know X, Y, and Z, boom, bam, slam, I'm aping in. That's usually how that goes. Now, Aether, that name sounds familiar to me. It's not a project that I'm actually familiar with, but I don't think that that's brand new. So you have to tell me what that looks like, Patriot Caveman. He said, Biden's now taking crypto payments, but I don't know how he's going to cash out the crypto. He vetoed the bill for the banks. Yeah, dude, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, it's the whole banking institution, the government that's surrounding said banking institutions, propping it up, the Fed. It's all this big, wild game that they like to play. Caffeinated Crypto. Cheers. I also told you earlier when I thought I was streaming that my coffee is rather cold and not so hot today. But yeah, here we are. All right, so let's get into it. Let's take a look at the markets. Let's see what's going on. I'm sure many of you know markets are down, but let's see how it be looking. The global crypto market cap is at, drum roll please, $2.559 trillion with a T dollars. That's down 4.3%. As we scroll on down, we've got in the top 10, Bitcoin leading the way, down about 3.9% on the day, down 6% on the week. ETH, 34.64. God, I'm telling you, my portfolio is screaming at me. It's taking a beating. Yeah, we're down 9.6%. So, ugh. BNB, $600, $603. This thing was all the way up over 700. It's getting murdered. Solana is getting wrecked, down 14.6%. These markets can be very, very fickle, and understand that information coming out from the Fed, that the information that came out from the Fed yesterday basically said, hey, listen, you're probably only going to get one rate cut. Well, the crypto industry loves rate cuts. They love money printing because it allows people to have disposable income or access to income that they can then ape into different crypto projects that they can put into risk on assets such as crypto. So when the Fed effectively suggests, hey, we're only going to do one rate cut this year, when people were thinking that there was going to be multiples more, the market pulls back, right? Or at least that's the excuse that's used. That's the information at hand, and you don't really have much else to go off of. Now, whether that's a play for the big institutions to take advantage of the people or not, that's a whole different story. XRP down below 50 cents. It's down 8%. It's at 48 cents. Good God, that thing, it just, ugh. But look at this, guys. I mean, you know, Toncoin doing Toncoin things. $7.49. Whole market's down. Toncoin said, nah, I don't want to play that game. I'm going to sit that game out, and I'm going to go up and to the right. Scrolling on down through the, I don't know, top 50, top 100 or whatever. Caspa, 16.8 cents. It's down about 6.5%, but up almost 3% on the day. So glad to see that. And then let's check in as always. And I got to keep scrolling on VeChain. VeChain's below 3 cents. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably going to be diving into some more VeChain. Just throwing that out there, right? I always like to tell you guys what I'm doing. I'm probably going to add, and I've already got some fat bags of VeChain. I'm probably going to add to some more. I was telling myself if we get below 3 cents again, that I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that opportunity. I think I'm probably going to take that opportunity, right? Patriot Caveman seems to think that we're having cuts next month. So I'm telling you, cuts next month. Listen, it would not surprise me, right? So one of the things that the Fed and the institutions are surrounding them will play game. Basically, they can get forced into, Bill Noble was talking about it yesterday, right? They can get forced into a position where it's just all of a sudden, boom, we got to do it. It's an announcement. Let's go. And it's not at a meeting that they're actually announcing it and surrounding it. That can give some of the inside players information also. That's another way that they will, you know, have information on the front end that wasn't actually shared. And then, oh, yeah, I just happened to play the market this way. It's really great that I got that information today. No, you got the information yesterday, bro. Okay, you got the information yesterday. You're just not allowed to tell people you got the information yesterday, but you knew what was coming and you played it that way, right? Patriot Caveman says he's still in his Caspa long. Glad to see that. Crypto Independent, what's up? Screw the banking system. I'm with you. We're going to talk about the banking system here in a minute. And it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today, just letting you guys know. I have somewhere to be in, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Let's look at the charts. Let's see what's going on. Actually, let's look at the crypto bubbles first. All right, y'all already know what color the screen's about to be. Wah, wah. It's red. It is red. Now, where's Toncoin? Because Toncoin was green. I'm looking. Where is Toncoin? Toncoin. Do they not want to show something that's in green? They just want to make sure that everything looks like it's red? Because I genuinely don't see Ton on here. So they just decided to leave it off? Or am I blind? If you see Toncoin on the screen, tell me. Bottom right, middle, top left. I don't see it. I literally don't see it at all. Interesting. Usually, like, they'll still show you if something's up, but apparently maybe it's a small enough move to the upside. And you know what else it could be? Is that the bubbles, it could be oh, hold on a second. Is this it over here? What's this? What is this? I couldn't see well enough. That's Litecoin. And that was, and I literally can't see it. Oh, well, it is what it is. It's up a little bit. The rest of the markets, down. Down. And Crypto Independent's right. This is a great example. Buy when there's blood in the streets, even if it's your blood. Yes. Again, not financial advice, but the reality is the best decisions I ever made was buying when everybody was scared, when markets were down. And guys, these aren't really even down that much, right? Not even kind of. Like, it's just a little bit of a move, right? So I don't know. I think people just take it too far sometimes. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 66,764 right now. Guys, as we zoom in over here, look, I'm going to show you something. Look at this point of control. Look at this point of control. It has been a freaking magnet. And if you remember, I told you that 67K number was going to be important. It's actually like 66,939, depending on where you pull the volume profile from. But we're in this upward channel. We kind of have a point at which is going to be important, right? I mean, literally, we really need to hold this. If not, that probably next big area of volume that we'd be looking at is somewhere around well, obviously we'd have a ton that would have to happen before this, but the 52K number that Army was talking about could be a reality. Now, I don't want to scare everybody, right? Like, I don't think that we're headed there, but that was a big number. And if we can't hold right around the 67 number, the next stop is going to be down towards 60K. And if we drop 60, here's the problem, right? The problem is we moved so fast right here. 3 days, you know what I mean? From 51 all the way up to 63 in the course of 3 days. That looks like a great thing as you look at the chart, but ultimately it's a scary thing when you're headed back down, because guess what? What goes up must come down. And when it does go down, if it came up really fast, a lot of times, newsflash, it will go down very fast. ETH still got a nice little bull flag that we're looking at here. I'm not too scared of what's happening with ETH, but again, it's all going to depend on which way Bitcoin goes. We have got momentum kind of maybe curving over. Hopefully we'll get a nice little curve coming back up towards the upside. The high IQ oscillator doing the same thing. And we are pretty heavily oversold right now on the daily on Ethereum. So I would be looking for an uptick for a move back up towards that 3,600 number. 36 to 37 would be the numbers that I would be looking for in Ethereum, hopefully over the next few days. That's assuming that we can at least hold the area where we're at right now, which is around 3,450. So it's going to be, important to be able to hold on to that. Caspa, let me get rid of some of this garbage from yesterday. I was trying to show you guys. Caspa guys, sitting at 17 cents. I'm not mad about it. We sat in such a big range between 10 and 14 cents, right? We continue to stay over 16 cents. This chart has been insane. I've showed you guys this before. This chart is just a beautiful, like it is a beautifully painted chart. I was talking to my boy Zombie yesterday, and Zombie was talking about how, like, dude, this chart has been painted. It is beautiful. The Caspa chart and also the TON chart. Guys, like, these are two charts. These are two bullish charts. They have been consistent. They have stuck with effectively the pullbacks have made sense versus their volume and what's happening in the space. They're actually ecosystems that are growing, that are being built upon. So many projects in crypto, right? So many projects in crypto grow only because they're marketed heavily. Okay. That's not what's happening with TON. That's not what's happening with Caspa, right? These are not heavily marketed. These are heavily used and being built upon. So much is happening in the TON ecosystem. It's why it's part of the reason why you take Donald, which I talk about all the time, with the Donald Trump narrative, right? Everything that he touches seems to just blast off, combined with the ecosystem that is TON, that I just showed you. That chart was just absolutely painted beautifully on the way up with nice, healthy pullbacks, right? It's not one of those, it's not a meme coin chart that woo and drops off the shelf and then starts to come back. No, it's just been beautifully painted with healthy pullbacks all along the way. These ecosystems are being built upon and doing great things, and therefore growth on the chart as well, as more and more people are getting introduced to them. That's a healthy way to see a chart move. And when we do see movements from charts in that manner, it's generally a really bullish indicator for the longer term outlook. Because when the moves happen just swift, fast, in a hurry, like I said earlier, they turn around in that same manner. And that's the scary part, right? So just be aware that you've got two charts in Caspa and TON that look beautiful and ecosystems that are growing heavily. Shout out to Validity. Got my Validity bags right around 6K right now. I've talked about this time and time again. If you guys are not doing anything with your ETH, put it to work. Put it to work. This thing outpaces Ethereum, and you can pull liquidity from it. So you can effectively have half of your ETH and still have your entire bags that are outpacing Ethereum. It's a no-brainer for me. So yeah, I was just talking about Tonald. Check this out. We have got a big move incoming. Actually, the move is already here. We are at, well, the next move. We are on the next leg up here. We're at 0.666. 666. I don't really love the numbers right now, but we're up about 14%. So keep paying attention to that. If you guys need instructions on how to get in on that, it's tonald.vip. It's going to be the easiest way. You scroll down the screen and you're going to have three instructions on how to get in on the TON ecosystem, and then how to, obviously just wallet ecosystem, and then StoneFi, which is going to be the DEX that you're going to be using over there. So let's get into it. Like I said, I've got plans this afternoon. First things first, I'm always talking about TON. Let's talk about Notcoin. Notcoin surges 16% with new Binance trading pair listing. Guys, not a surprise here at all. You get listed on Binance, that's a game changer. Notcoin, the Telegram-based clicker game, surged 16% following a new trading pair listing for Not, its native token on the world's largest crypto exchange, Binance. At the time of writing, the token's up 10%, trading at a little bit over a penny, almost 2 pennies. According to CoinMarketCap, the crypto asset is among today's top gainers, while its market cap rose to $1.84 billion. I'm still kicking myself for not getting involved in the Notcoin farming that all my homies over on Telegram were telling me to do. I just wasn't quite hip to what was happening. I missed out on a huge opportunity. I've got friends that made 6-7 figures of money off of this, and I missed it. So I can't hit them all. Would love to, but yeah, it's just not a reality. Let's talk about the U.S. right now and basically their developers in the crypto space. So U.S. accounts for declining share of crypto developers, Coinbase report. Fortune 100 companies in the U.S. have seen a 39% year-over-year growth in on-chain initiatives, with mentions of Bitcoin and stablecoins at SEC filings reaching new highs in Q1. However, the U.S. has lost out to international counterparts in terms of homegrown talent for developing blockchain-based systems, with only 26% of crypto developers being U.S.-based. This decline in developer share may be attributed to cheaper cost of hiring Web3 developers from outside of the U.S. It's two things. I'm going to tell you. It's more than just that. So if I need development done, let's just use a Memecoin as an example. And I need a dev, or I needed a dev for an NFT, whatever the case may be. The facts are really simple, right? You want to be able to pay somebody as little as possible to get the best output that you can. Well, there is a ton of good work going on overseas, and they're paying pennies on the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Even editing videos, editing clips, like some simple things that you can do on social media. It's just a heck of a lot cheaper to pay for the work overseas. Let's look at the labor market here, right? You talk about, let's just say, like the roofing industry. You have a lot of people coming over from different countries and working their butt off and not making the same, they're making great money for them and what they're used to, but the Americans are able to get away with effectively paying less money to get the same, if not better, production. And that's what's happening in crypto. The other part of it is, it's not just the cheaper work. It's the lack of understanding in the regulatory space. If the companies don't understand what they can and can't do, why the hell would they develop here? It doesn't make sense. Why am I going to build a business around an idea that I'm not really so sure is going to fly? Right? So I've got friends that are going over to Dubai, friends going over down into some South American countries, El Salvador. People are making Puerto Rico because they have a bullish outlook on the crypto space, not trying to press back against it. So that's really, really important to understand. If you have a government that's not giving you the right information and pushing back against an industry, and you want to start a new business in that industry, you are rolling dice. You're rolling dice, and they understand that. And so you're going to see the market share continue to shift until we get that clarity, right? Until we get that clarity. Crypto Independent said Americans are so lazy and entitled, they want the big money. Oh yeah, everybody wants a big paycheck for nothing. Nobody wants to work hard for it. Everybody wants all of the money in the world, right? That's nothing new though. You know what I mean? I had one more article pulled up as well for the same thing. It says they lost 14% of blockchain developers' shares since 2018. These companies are increasingly interested in on-chain economy, but notes that the pool of developer talent is moving overseas. Guys, this is it, right? This is the answer. They're moving overseas because the tax opportunities overseas absolutely punish the tax ideals here right now, and the ideas that are being brought forth by yours truly, freaking Sleepy Joe, does nothing solid or positive for your long-term gains in crypto. It does something solid for them to take 40% of your capital gains, but that doesn't do anything solid for anybody here. So people are just saying, screw it, I'm packing up and I'm going. I am out. And you can't really say too much about it. Another one in the industry, I'm just rolling right through these guys because, like I said, I've got somewhere to be here soon. Another one of these in the industry is these damn banks. I was talking to somebody yesterday about the banks holding checks. It's just criminal, right? And it says, should banks be crime fighters? The hidden and not so hidden costs. Pointlessly onerous anti-money laundering rules led to debanking of individuals and even entire regions, just as financial inclusion is thrown around as a social objective. We need a viable alternative, says Noelle Atchison. Not really sure who she is. Says, we are all Nigels now. That was former chief economist for Bank of England, Andy Haldane, speaking at an event last month. He was referring to the closure last year, right-wing politician Nigel Farage, his account in the upscale bank Coutts, for which Farage insisted were political reasons. In the resulting fuss, the bank's CEO lost her job, Farage got an apology, and we all breathed a sigh of relief that we weren't in his shoes for many reasons besides banking issues, I might imagine. There is a strong chance we will, however, at least in terms of banking struggles, I just said that totally wrong. There's a strong chance we will be, however, at least in terms of banking struggles. Haldane was talking about the experience being denied a bank account. Yes, a well-respected former high-ranking official of the UK's bank regulator was not an acceptable bank customer. The reason given was he was politically connected. It may be puzzling why that would be a problem, but the bank in question, any bank really, had reasons that are both reasonable and nonsensical at the same time. Listen, I'm not going to read this whole article. Here's what it comes down to. The banks are telling these people that we have to do basically audits on your background and where your money's coming from and the things that you're doing. That's what they say on the front end. Well, guess what? The reason that they don't want to do it for people that don't, and it says this in the article, for people that don't make big money, that aren't going to pad the bank's greedy pockets, for those people, it costs them more money for them to do an investigation on where your money's coming from than not. So what's that set them up for? It sets people up to get denied on bank accounts just because they don't make a large amount of money, because they don't make consistent money. And it talks about it in the article, how literally artists, as an example, sometimes contractors. So there's a lot of different businesses where the money's all over the place. I got to tell you, with my construction business, I joke around. I say I'm either construction rich or construction poor. And it depends on when the checks are going in or out. And so what? Does that mean I'm money laundering? Hell no. But that's effectively what they're suggesting. They're saying, listen, if you're not going to hold enough money with us, then screw you. We just won't give you a bank account because it's just cheaper for us not to have to do an investigation into you. And then we can lean back on the anti-money laundering laws, the AMLs, and just say, yeah, that we were doing what we knew was best for the country and for the people in the country. And the whole thing's a ruse. The whole thing is the banking industry being as greedy as they are and continuing to try to show face or save face by telling you one thing when, hey, surprise, surprise, it's another. They literally told somebody close to me yesterday that that the Fed, that the check had been taken out of one customer's bank account, that she knew who it was, and they didn't have it yet because the Fed was holding it. The Fed had it. Like, no, bro. That is not how that freaking works. Then the question was asked, and I think it was great. It was like, so let me ask you this. So tomorrow, let's say the Fed, because they put like a 7-day hold. You guys have heard me bitch about this stuff before. So they put a 7-day hold on it. So let's just say tomorrow, she asked if tomorrow we're going to, if it actually shows up and the Fed has given it to you at that point, which obviously, like I said, is BS. If you have it then, are you still going to hold the funds? Are you going to give it to me? And they told her no, they were still going to hold it. Oh, I've explained this to you guys before. I just want to strangle these damn banks. They ultimately, they want to see so much information on you. And then once you give them all the information, put an account together, be an upstanding citizen, do all the things, they still want to play games with you at your expense. And they're going to continue to make money. And then they're going to act like they're the good guys here trying to save everybody else's ass. It's ridiculous. Clay the Great says, I'm trying to get a new apartment, and they want to see a year's worth of rent in assets, cash, bank, etc. I showed them my crypto portfolio, and these idiots just don't get it. Dude, I'm with it. Usually, if you show them your crypto portfolio, they want to run. I had PNC. I don't care. I'll out them. I had PNC, or have PNC as one of my banks that I set up a while ago. And the moment that I told them the name of the company and it had the word crypto in it, the lady sat back in her chair. She was like, you could see her whole tone and her whole mood shifted. It was like, he's got to be a criminal. No, lady, no. I'm like crypto Jesus over here. I'm leading people to the promised land. No, that'd be Moses. My bad. You know what I'm saying. At any event, they just absolutely are unwilling to. They don't even have to admit defeat. They could play along. We've got people left, right, and sideways getting denied for buying assets on decentralized exchanges that literally have a connection point for your bank account, right? That's there and set up to take a card. It's there to set up to take a card. And who denies it? The bank. And they'll tell you, well, we're here to protect you. And you call that same bank and you say, listen, this is me making that transaction on this. Put it through. And they can still tell you no, which is insanity. So they get to hold your money and then they get to tell you what you can do with it. Guys, I could go all freaking week on that. Whew. All right. Woosah. So yeah, the banking industry, I mean, everybody probably already knows this, but they're a bunch of freaking criminals. Don't let them tell you any different. Let's talk about GameStop. I put that on the thumbnail. Let's talk about it for a second. I thought this was really interesting. GameStop stock price plunges as short seller taps out. The price of GME plunged over 16% on Wednesday, despite the company announcing a $2.1 billion infusion. So check this out. So shares of the game retailer and Reddit favorite GameStop fell sharply in afternoon trading on Wednesday, capping off a tumultuous few days that saw the meme stock soar to nearly $47 per share last week before closing the trading day at $25.46. These freaking ads, I swear to God. The day's trading was particularly volatile as GME rose for a high of $33.50 Wednesday morning before shedding more than 16% of its starting price by market close. I always think that's funny because in crypto, that's just like another day. No big deal. 16%. Yeah, we just do that. The plunge comes the same day renowned short seller Citron Research is what I want to talk about, which lost billions on its short position on GME during its headline grabbing rally 3 years ago, announced that it was giving up, declaring, "We respect the market's irrationality." Citron founder Andrew Left had only confirmed his firm's renewed short positions last week, telling Reuters that it was not as large as it was in 2021, but that, quote, "it's fun to go back into the fire." Despite what he called GameStop's deteriorating financials, his firm tweeted its capitulation earlier today. The stock price then dropped, came from the announcement that it had grossed $2.1 billion from selling off $75 million worth of shares. It says they have enough runway to appease their cult-like shareholders, Citron observed. So listen, this is funny to me. So they want to basically slam all the people that are buying GameStop when the reality is the whole thing started with an incredibly smart idea, saw a gap in the market that they could take advantage of, and then a bunch of people jumped on the train. Guess what? This is exactly what the hedge funds do. They play games with and against each other all the time when they see opportunities. But this opportunity isn't made for you or me. This opportunity is made for them and only them to profit. Are we sensing a kind of a theme here? I am. So the reality is they then get to come out and call all of you that have been buying GameStop part of a cult. You are all part of a cult. You are not allowed to make money the way that we make money. If you do, you are irrational and very cult-like. Well, guess what, asshole? You just lost like $2 billion. So you know what? Who's winning now? So at the end of the day, we'll see where this heads. I don't know. I've not jumped on and watched Roaring Kitty stream live. Maybe you guys have. I have not. I don't know where he sits on his positions. I know I think he had some strike prices at around $20 is what he originally had. Somebody posted a chart and showed it to me recently. I wasn't paying attention to the exact number, but he had somewhere, I think they expire tomorrow, around $20 maybe. I don't remember where he entered the position or any of the details of it, but I'll be interested to see, is he going to be able to continue this? Or are we going to shift on over like to AMC? Because that's been suggested with all the movie quotes that he's got going on. So I don't know. I ultimately I look forward to seeing the big dogs get their ass handed to them. It's always fun. And Crypto Independent's right. They call us criminals, and they've been laundering money since the dollar was invented. Yeah, bro. That is absolutely happening on a daily basis. They just don't want you to be able to play rules for thee, not for me, as I always say. All right, crypto fam. I know it was a short stream today. I know that the stream got started off, or the second stream now got started off, or the first stream of the two streams got started off in a little bit of chaos. So I apologize for that. Actually, no, I don't. I didn't do anything wrong. The freaking tech. It's the tech. Blame the tech. So I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hey, reminder, tomorrow, check this out. Tomorrow, next week is going to be Flipper Hodl. Okay, so make sure you get in the super chats between now and next week. Get those in there. Get your name on the wheel. There's hardly anybody on the wheel right now, and there's like $5,925 that's going to be on the line. Somebody's going to win that fat bag at some point, by the way. But tomorrow I'm doing an AMA with a gaming company that builds on Fortnite and Roblox. And they're making some announcements this Friday and next Friday on my channel. So make sure that you guys are here for it. It's gonna be fun. And guys, AAA games, a true AAA game like Fortnite, right? Like Roblox, whatever. I don't know if you call Roblox that, but it's damn popular. That's for sure. These big dog gaming companies that are entering into, or they have a way. I'm just going to tease it for you. They have a way to position the fact that if the game does well, the holders do well in the Web3 in the crypto space. So just be here tomorrow. We're going to check out the game. We're going to talk about it, go through some stuff. We're going to talk about some token stuff as well. It's going to be a really great stream. And then we'll do next week Flipper Hodl with them again. And I have a surprise special guest. So I'll keep you guys posted. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday. Be safe out there. Question everything. Trust nothing except for your boy Keeper. And until next time, hodl like it's hot. I will see you soon.